Welcome everyone to a very special explainer. Today we're essentially opening up the ultimate financial survival guide for your 20s. Just imagine this scenario for a second. You know, you're young, you're vibrant, you've just turned 25, and you are making a fantastic salary.
You're bringing in, say, 1.5 lakh rupees a month. Sounds great, right? But then, on the first of every single month, your bank account just immediately hits zero. Why? Because you are buried under a staggering, absolutely crushing 25 lakh rupee debt. We're talking credit card bills, personal loan EMIs, money borrowed from family just to keep your head above water. It is a genuinely horrifying picture.
Now, I really wish I could tell you this is just some fictional horror story, but it's not. This is actually based on a real tragic email sent to the entrepreneur and author Ankur Warikoo by a young person whose life was completely unraveling. It sets the stakes for exactly why we're here today. Will your money become your biggest burden? Today, we are breaking down the fatal financial mistakes people make early in their careers so you don't spend the rest of your life literally paying for them.
Okay, let's dive into this. Trap 1. The leaks.
This trap focuses on one incredibly common, yet completely destructive habit: simply not keeping track of where your hard-earned money actually goes. Ask most people where their paycheck went, and the answer is usually, I don't know, it just kind of disappears. I want to speak directly to you right now. If you don't know exactly what you're spending on your rent, those 4 different OTT subscriptions, partying with friends, and those late-night online shopping sprees, you are in big trouble. You need to grab a money management app, or honestly, just open a simple Excel sheet right now. Track every single expense, even if it's just a 10 rupee purchase. You absolutely have to stop the leaks before you can fill the bucket. And the ultimate solution to those leaks is the famous 50-30-20 budgeting rule. It breaks down like this. You must fiercely dedicate 50% of your income to your absolute needs, 30% to your wants, like, traveling or upgrading your phone, and a mandatory, completely non-negotiable 20% must go straight into investments every single month.
Let's move on to Trap 2. Toxic loans and trading reality.
We live in an age where instant gratification is just the norm, and predatory mobile apps are waiting to hand you the illusion of easy money. Today, you can download an app and get a loan in, 5 minutes? But these apps charge an insane 30 to 40% interest. People actually take out these quick app loans, or 14% personal loans, just to invest in the variable stock market hoping for a quick 20% return. Listen to me, this is mathematical suicide. The stock market is completely variable. Profits are never guaranteed. But you know what is absolutely fixed? That massive loan interest.
So the crucial takeaway here is this. Aside from 2 very specific exceptions, education and home loans, you must avoid debt entirely. And those loan apps we just talked about, if you default on just one single EMI, they will access your phone's entire contact list, call your friends, call your family, and publicly shame you. Just stay far, far away. Now, what's really interesting about this statistic from Zerodha is, it's staggering. 82%. That is the percentage of traders who actively lose money in futures and options and day trading. Treating the stock market like a quick video game without actually learning or understanding the mechanics, that is basically taking your cash and setting it on fire. That brings us perfectly into Trap 3, financial illusions. This is a zone when young people make well-intentioned but fundamentally flawed decisions, usually because of societal pressure. Here's a classic illusion: mixing insurance with investments. A lot of people buy products like ULIPs thinking, oh, I'm getting the best of both worlds. Well, you aren't. You need to keep them strictly separate. To secure your family, just buy a cheap, straightforward term life insurance policy. For growing your wealth, choose mutual funds. Do not mix the two. Another major illusion is thinking you're always going to have a steady income. You need an emergency fund. By definition, this is at least 6 months of your absolute basic needs plus any EMIs sitting completely untouched in a fixed deposit or a totally separate bank account. If you suddenly lose your job tomorrow, this fund is literally the only thing keeping you from ending up on the streets. Then we have the ultimate societal pressure: buying a house. Your family will probably tell you to buy property the second you get a job. But look at our rule here: rent in your 20s, buy in your 30s. Tying yourself down to a 25-year EMI in your 20s completely kills your mobility. What if you get a dream job offer in another city? Renting is cheaper right now, and it gives you the absolute freedom you desperately need at this stage of your life.
And when you do invest, please don't fall for the illusion of over-diversification. Holding 15 different mutual funds is completely useless. On the flip side, Having an overly conservative mindset, where you just hide all your money in FDs or gold out of fear, means you won't even beat inflation. You really only need 3 mutual funds: a large cap, a mid or flexi cap, and a small cap. Keep it simple and just stay consistent.
All right, let's move into our final section, reclaiming your financial future.
Okay, we've covered a lot of terrifying mistakes. Let's take a deep breath and transition from horror to hope. The biggest myth out there is that you need to be rich to invest, that you have to wait until you're making a one-lakh salary. That is completely false. Start investing now, even if it's just with 500 rupees. The true magic of wealth building is compounding, and compounding requires one thing more than absolutely anything else: time. You have to start early with whatever you have. I want to share this deeply personal quote from Ankur Warikoo, which he detailed in his book, Make Epic Money. He actually started at age 26 with an overwhelming 35 lakh rupees in debt. It took him 12 long years of relentless, non-stop work to finally clear it. But he didn't lose hope. Even the most massive debt can be defeated if you wake up, take responsibility, and stick to a structured plan. So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this final provocative question. Which of these financial mistakes is yours? Look, we all make them. The difference is that smart people identify their leaks and fix them before it's too late. So take a really hard look at your finances today. Reflect on this. Let me know in the comments which mistake you are going to fix first. And above all else, invest smartly.